Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's May the 3rd, 2024. It's a bit chilly outside again. It's a bit rainy. It's like 5 degrees Celsius. Nothing special going on. This weekend though, bit of rain, bit of sun. Might have a really nice day on Sunday. We'll see. The big exciting thing for tomorrow though is it's May the 4th. For those of you who are into Star Wars, it's Star Wars Day. So tomorrow on my live feed, not only will it be Star Wars Day, but it's going to be the first Saturday of the month. So I'm going to read the responses to the question that I had for you. So I did get a couple back, not as much an overflowing responses as I had hoped, but I'll put out a new question and maybe that will garner some more attention too. So you're going to want to tune in tomorrow at 12 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time for the live stream. Now, today you tuned in because of all the mail that arrived this week, probably, or maybe you just tune in because you watch everything that I put out. If you do, thank you so much. Make sure you like, you subscribe, you leave positive comments, and you share the channel with other people. Put the notification bell on so you don't miss out on anything. Now, this week, I did show you the mountain of mail that I got. I actually got more official Postcrossing mail than I did direct swaps this time. That doesn't happen very often. I got 15 official cards come through for Postcrossing, so that's where we're going to start. The very first one I have is this one here. Keep calm and wave the flag. This comes from Alan. So if you're unfamiliar with it, it is part of Finland, but separate from Finland, and has very strong Swedish roots too. So this card, on the back, you can see it's card number 20,699. So not a lot of cards coming out of there, so I'm very happy to get one. It comes from Marco, and he talks about Alan, which is this, independent but dependent part of Finland. They have their own flag, their own stamps, which they've had for over 40 years. Some nice stamps there. So thank you, Margot, for this and for a little bit of education. I certainly have learned a lot about Aland in the past from people like Media who have been. So thank you so much. The next card comes from Germany, and it is a Catwoman, a little bit cheeky Catwoman. This comes from Andrea, and she's married and has a daughter who's 19 and 2 cats. And then she lives in the smallest federal state of Germany, just near the border to France. She is a pharmacist by profession, but now retired. So enjoy your retirement. Enjoy all the things you can do. And I like the positive attitude that she displays. So hopefully we all have that. So thank you so much, Andrea. The next card, also from Germany. We have a couple squirrels that are mailing a letter. Pretty cute. This comes from Bert, and he lives in Munich. He's been there since 1998. And then he used to live in northeast Germany on the Baltic Sea. And there is the stamp. Thank you, Bert. The next and following card, cherry blossoms. Whenever you see this, the first thing you think of is Japan, usually anyways. So no doubt this card comes from Japan, and this comes from you. And she says the cherry blossoms are in early April. Were very beautiful this year. I had the opportunity to see cherry blossoms. And I recounted of my time living in Vancouver, where they also have quite a few cherry trees. And so it is a fabulous time to see it. One day I'll get to see them in Japan, because that's where you really want to see them with all the beautiful architecture that goes along hand in hand. So thank you for that. Next card comes from Slovenia. So I don't get many cards from there. You can see the sites on it. This comes from Natasha, and she's 47 years old, lives with her husband and their 2 sons and a daughter. And in the area, they just say that Slovenia has pretty much everything. It's got lakes and mountains, and it's a small country, but it's got lots going on there. So if you get a chance to go, you should go. They're the beautiful stamps. It looks like they're part of a set because it looks like they're connected. So yeah, I really like that. Very nice cancellation too, showing the town. Maribor. The next card comes from Russia, and it is a Lord of the Rings card. So we have this artist version from the movie. This comes from Alsu, and Alsu lives in Russia, exactly in a small town of the Republic of Tartazan. which is a multinational and multicultural republic. People of over 173 nationalities live in the region. Thousands of students from abroad come to study at the universities. We have the common Russian stamps on there too, but really like Lord of the Rings, so this is certainly a favorite card, that's for sure. I got an envelope from Russia as well, with beautiful stamps on it, including the mailbox stamps. Always like to see mailboxes from around the world. And inside, he sent a Blue Cat card, a blank one. So I have it to send off, which is great because I just had a Blue Cat card not too long ago sent to me, and I've already posted that one. So it's nice to have one to replace it. I don't get many I do get Blue Cat cards sent to me that are filled out, but I don't get them in order to send out to other people, so I'm glad to when I do get them. He also included this hedgehog card. This comes from Natalia. So she says she lives in the northeast part of Russia, beautiful land and forests and lakes, pretty close to Finland. She's a medical doctor and works a lot, has a little country house with a little garden on the shore of a lake in the forest. It says every summer hedgehogs come to the garden at night. So their hedgehogs are a little bit different than polo, but I always like to hear that people are getting visited by hedgehogs. It's not something we have here because we don't have hedgehogs here other than our pets. And I think those are few and far between too. I don't hear a lot of people that have pet hedgehogs here. The next card comes from Italy. Get it positioned the right way up. And it says, how are you? I'm fine. I'm Alicia. I live in Conelanio. I know I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Conelanio, in the province of Treviso, in the Veneto region of Italy. Warm greetings from my city. Happy Postcrossing. And here are the stamps. So thank you so much, Alicia, for that. And it looks like you have a beautiful town. The next one comes from the United States, and it is from the state of Maine. So my neighbor right next door. And it is a hand-painted one. So right off the bat, love that. Love the fact that someone's done some art and sent it on. This comes from Eric, and he says that he sometimes loathes small events, like 300 to 500 people will be the worst than 3,000 to 5,000. He says, some Karen hijacked the first card I made for you. It was there for a showcase, musical instruments I invented, but they started blasting the Frozen theme song, stuff like that. Anyway, what he says is that some lady came up and said, can I have that card, the one he was working on? He said, no, but let me get something else. And he turned around to get it, and the person just took the card and left. So, well, I'm glad that he did another one, and that he is using his art for spreading goodwill around. There's the forever stamp on there too. So thank you, Eric, for the original piece of art. And I'm also use this point too to say, calling all artists, it's something that I want to do. If you happen to be an artist and you either have a website that you want to promote, or online store you want to promote, or just want to bring awareness to your art, if you want to send me something small, this is a perfect size. Whether it's a sculpture, whether it's a painting, a drawing, a story you've written, you can send it to me. I will feature it on a Artist Corner series that I want to do, and then we're going to use the things that you send as giveaways. So that's my idea. If you're interested, let me know. The next card is also coming from the United States, a card of mailboxes. And this card comes from Jennifer, and she's in San Antonio, Texas. She said, now post-eclipse, and many people, my students especially, thought the whole thing was lackluster, not in the way that the eclipse kind of is. Still enjoyed the way the school and district celebrated the weather, but the weather didn't cooperate for them. I'm sorry to hear that it wasn't as great an experience as that we had here. We just had perfect weather for it, and people made it fun. There were parties in the city for it. There were people that went out into the country to see it, and without the lights of the city around too. We just had a really good time. So I'm disappointed that not everybody had the same experience. The next card comes in an envelope. Also from the United States. We've got a little bit of a Beatles theme there, which I love, the John Lennon stamp. This sticker of the Beatles, part of Abbey Road. And then we've got some Lego washi tape on there too. We've made it very personalized. And then the card is this beautifully colored hedgehog card. So this comes from Karen, and she says, I love Canada and I've been to Vancouver. I just received a postcard from Prince Edward Island and I hear Tim Hortons is good coffee. My husband retired from the US Post Office. He was a carrier for 45 years. I will check out your YouTube channel. Thank you. And it says, give Polo a kiss for me. We don't kiss Polo very often, but I'll give him a cuddle for you. How's that sound? And she also put a stamp, which was unnecessary, on the card inside because it was inside an envelope. So I love that. Thank you to your husband for all his years of service as a mailman. And thank you, Karen, for sending this card. I appreciate it so much. The next card comes from Germany. Should have grouped these all by country. But this one here comes, I'm trying to look for a name, from Christiane in Germany. The weekend, they're having rainy weather when she sent this one on April the 21st. So we've got your rainy weather now. It's happened here. So thank you, Christiana, for that. And ooh, I really like this card. This card comes from Finland. We have this mailman delivering the mail on his motorcycle. And so really cool older style card. Let me see who we have this from. This comes from Jozu. And they're from Eastern Finland. No, that's the town they're from. Sorry. This comes from Anne. Anne's 62 years old, retired. She likes knitting and puzzles and swimming. And she also included this Kimi Räikkönen, who was the world champion in 2007. They put out this stamp when he was driving for Ferrari and became world champion. Now that's the color of a good-looking Ferrari. So I love the card, the image, and I love the stamp that goes with it. Speaking of F1, from the Czech Republic, this card arrived. The Red Bull Racing Team. And this is, hello Robert and family, my name is Hannah and I'm from the Czech Republic. I chose this postcard special for you and your daughter. I hope you'll love this postcard. I certainly do. I've sent the image already to my daughter so Dea could see it. There's the stamp from the Czech Republic. And I like the fact that she went the extra mile looking for something in her collection that would not only give me a smile, but also my daughter as well. So thank you for that generosity. The next and last official one I have comes from the United States in this envelope with these older stamps. Inside, we have this card, which I've gotten a couple times now. This is a Postcrossing meetup card that happened in Washington, D.C. So this comes from That's what he's put his name up there, or his Postcrossing name, or something or other. That is there. And Matt, but that's what he goes with, this Postcrossing idea. So he's got ID. So he has done, oh, he did actually put a forever stamp on there too, which you didn't need to do because that was inside. And inside he also sent me this postcard, which is from the National Museum of African American History and Culture. And there's a stamp on there as well. So that could be sent off to someone else. He also included this first day cover. And then I will show this on another date, but he sent me a packet of stamps too. So we will save that and show you that next week. All right, let's get into the direct swaps, the surprises that showed up. The very first one is this envelope from Ambre in France. We have a Year of the Dragon stamp. I like the fact that she used the corner and kept the edging on it as well. Same thing here. This is my first Summer Olympics 2024 in Paris stamp that I've seen. So it's nice to have both of those, and a nicely decorated envelope. Inside, she sent this card. You can see all the animals, including a hedgehog. But when you pull this tab, look, you can see that everybody has a mate, including way down here in the hole. So everybody is connected to someone, so that's kind of a cool card. Inside, She says that she found this card in a medieval street in Cahors, where she is in France. It sold wooden games, toys, and it was run by a passionate gentleman. So I think when you have a toy shop like that, you kind of have to be passionate about the things that you sell. So I appreciate that she found this card and sent it to me. And her father actually included a bunch of stamps in here. So we are going to check those out next week as well. Moving along, thank you, for that. The next card comes from Kathy in Ontario. We have Darth Vader and the Emperor. And this is in honor of May the 4th. So she got this out quickly and on time, which is fantastic. Arrived before tomorrow. Her favorite villain is Darth Vader. She's planning on watching The Empire Strikes Back tomorrow. So that's one of my favorite movies in the franchise. So maybe I'll put it on too. And then she put the stamp, which hasn't been canceled on here. This stamp and its mate. There are two toads that came out, two frogs that came out, endangered ones. And it was created and designed by a local artist here, the same one who did the winter stamps that came out this past December. All right, the next thing I have comes from Media in Finland, and we have these stamps. Now take very note of this stamp, because inside, Media went to a Postcrossing festival meetup, and this is the card. So I know this isn't an official Postcrossing stamp because it doesn't say Postcrossing on it, but it is a stamp that's created for this festival. And she found lots of goodies in there, including this card she sent as well. A little bunny amongst all the flowers. So that is amazing. And then she wasn't done. She sent another envelope with these stamps on them. I love the fact that she can find almost different stamps every time to send. So Finland is issuing a great amount of stamps that she has so many varieties to pick from. I know some of them probably are older stamps too, but inside she sent this cute hedgehog card, which is very nice. He does not look spiky though, he looks soft here. So he looks more like a stuffed animal than a real hedgehog, but very cute. She also sent this Year of the Dragon card. This is one of my favorite Year of the Dragon cards I've seen, just because of the way the fire or the light is reflective off the scales. And then finally, she sent this card in the envelope of a sauna, reminding us that we all need time to relax and to pamper ourselves a little bit. And when I did the Google Translate over here, some of Google Translate, I don't think is translating it quite 100% into English. There were some discrepancies, but I got the idea of take time, pamper yourself, and relax a little bit. So thank you, Media, for all those cards. The next card I have, let's visit Sweden. So we're going from Finland to Sweden, and this comes from Katja. She was not feeling well when she sent this, but she was returning to work. And on the back, we have some beautiful stamps. Nice big bridge. I'd like to know what is going on in this stamp. If you know what's going on, it kind of looks like the woman is learning from the elderly gentleman. But I can't read what it says or the names of the two people. One's Maria Stewart. I don't know what the name of the gentleman is, but so there's a story behind that. One of you I know out there is going to let me know, so thank you so much. Oh, and she also put nice date. She sent it on the 24th of April 2024, so a lot of 2424s in that. The next card is a Lou paper card. This one comes from Erin in Colorado in the United States. She said this is part of a limited run of Lou paper Earth Day cards. I don't know much about Lou paper. I have had them in the past, but I know there are plenty of people that have them on their wish list as collectors. There are the stamps, beautiful stamps. I like the seal that she's also put on there too. We've got two of them. This one's more of a sticker than a seal, but good job. Thank you so much, Erin. Sticking to the United States, we have this card that comes from Renee Lewis. You guys got to be watching Renee Lewis by now, and make sure you subscribe to her channel on YouTube. So my modus operandi is to dial up the awesome and break the knob off. So yeah, You just want to be special. Do your own thing and do it at whatever volume you do it. So good words to live by. She says the pink washi tape on this card makes it so incredibly happy. Makes her so incredibly happy. It's one of her favorites. So we have that washi tape she's talking about there, and part of the Unicorn Gang. She said, just a note, her teenage bedroom was those two colors, green and pink. So if there's ever a skill testing question that Renee asks on hers, that asks what the two colors of her bedroom were, maybe she's never said it on her channel, now you guys know the answer. So you'll be able to win whatever contest she is dialing up. All right, the next card comes from Sam in Illinois, and they were part of the total solar eclipse as well. And she says, our teeny tiny quirky town is in the center of the eclipse totality path. The whole town is abuzz. Offices and schools are closed for the event. The build-up feels exciting enough. Now we hope for good weather tomorrow. So hopefully they did. There are the stamps. And a nice unicorn stamp there too. So thank you so much, Sam, for that. The next envelope I have, this one comes from Chris in Indiana in the United States. We have these stamps. And inside, I can show you part of what he sent now. The rest I'm going to wait and show. Let me find the right thing first. He sent a note that says, hello from Indiana. We are in the path of totality. So we're getting a running theme here. In 2017, we were about an hour's drive from seeing the total eclipse that year, but we stayed home and it was still a great experience. This year should be extremely better. Summer vacations are being planned, so I thought I'd send you souvenirs. And then I won't tell you what souvenirs because we're gonna go back to the path, but he did send this one here, which he created, the path of totality. So he's blocked out the sun. He's gotten rid of the sunset. As you can see on the back, it says sunset on the Ohio. So he's created his own total solar eclipse. I really like the creativity in that. He ended up by saying the weatherman said that it was going to be cloudy with a chance of rain that day in their area. So I'm sorry for that if it did ruin your experience, but hopefully it didn't. Maybe the weatherman was wrong at the time, but I want to thank you, Chris, for sending all the little treats. There's some stamp treats in there that we're going to go over in the future. And the last one that I have comes from Singapore. And if you've been watching my channel or Renee's channel or Snail Mail with Smokey, you're going to see that Young has sent stuff to all of us in the past. And now he sent another thing to me with those beautiful stamps on there. So let me just open it up. Pull out what he's got inside. And he says, thank you for the things that I've sent him in the past, which is no problem at all. And he wanted to send me some first day covers from Singapore. So here's one of the flowers that you guys may really enjoy. I'm looking at the date, trying to find the date. I see a 33 on there, but I know this doesn't come from 1933, so I'd have to check into the exact one because the exact date isn't on the cancellation. Or maybe it is. No, this next one comes from 1982, and there's a 52 stamped on it. So we have Lighthouses. Nice first day cover, which came out, it looks like 7/8/1982. So that's July the 8th, 1982. And then this one came out in 1979. We have some more flowers. So thank you so much for the first day covers. It's always nice to get surprises in the mail, and you've done that in the past. You sent the Year of the Dragon cards, which were just beautiful, and I've been able to use a few of those already. So thank you so much for that. And then when you send stamp things, it's always nice to see things from Singapore, to experience stuff from different countries. I'm just going to slide this back in the envelope. So thank you so much to everybody for the stuff that arrived this week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. There'll be a few things to continue to look at, some stamp things for next week. Speaking of stamps, have you checked out Stamp of the Month, the video I put out on May 1st, which happened to be my 1000th video as well. That's our one in connection with Liverpool stamps and the giveaway. You want to make sure you go to that and put tax in the comment so you can be part of that giveaway and get a chance to win on the 15th of May. The other thing we have coming up is Stamp versus Stamp. That's when Snail Mail with Smokey and I do a combined video where we do the same topic and come up with different ideas and things. Well, this time we took one of your suggestions for the ideas. So you'll want to tune in next week. I think that's when we're scheduled to release it and see what we've come up with. So stay tuned for that as well. Always something going on, something to do. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time, the live feed. If you want to be a part of it, we always have a good number of people that continue to come every week and be a part of it and have conversations amongst themselves, as well as ask me questions, answer questions that I might have, and participate in the monthly question of the month. So all those things going on. I got lots of other stuff to do too. So for now, have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?